Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel with another deck review I have today for you. Um, it's the Witchwood Oracle. It's from the Witchwood Oracle, the Red Thread Oracle. So as always, right at the beginning of this video, a little warning here. My reviews of the decks aren't just card flip throughs. I talk about the packaging, about the guidebook, about the cards themselves, and give a rating at the end of the video. So if you aren't interested in that and just want to see the cards or if you just haven't enough time to watch the longer videos, I have a quickie. It's just a card flip through, a quick little card flip through on my channel as well. So the Red Thread Oracle, I thought now we're in October and we're getting straight to the Halloween season, or to Halloween. We're already in Halloween season. Autumn is here, rainy days. So I thought I would choose decks that symbolize and fit perfectly in those darker, spookier times. And the Red Thread Oracle is a little bit spookier in the imagery and especially witchy. And so I thought that would fit well for this time of the year. So let's start with the packaging. So it comes with no box. It comes actually in this black um, little bag. It's well, I think it does it what it needs to do. It fits the cards. It's actually very thick. Um, and um, another plus point for bags like this, instead of boxes, is they're very small. So they fit perfectly in little spaces, whereas a box needs most oftentimes a little more space. So that's also good. And you can it's quick to get the cards out and do a reading. So in form of a guidebook, there isn't an actual guidebook in there, it's guiding cards. Which makes sense because this deck is more along the lines of Lenormand or Kipper. There's not a huge meaning and deep interpretation for each of the cards. It's a quick keyword based reading style with this. So I don't think you need actually a huge guidebook for these types of decks. So the guide cards um, fit nicely. I don't think that you need much more. So we have the title card. There are 32 cards in this deck. Then we have a little introduction to this deck from and where it's from the Witchwood Oracle, the Red Thread Tarot, um, and a little past, present, future spread down there, and then it goes directly into the card meanings. So the cards are numbered, so you can easily find them on those guide cards to look what the meaning is, and they have the facing, upright meaning, and a reversed meaning as well. So I will go through the cards and will give you their keywords intended for the specific card, but I will only tell you the upright keywords. because otherwise it will take too long. So these are the bags. I love the bags. I love the all the details. I love the red color. I mean, it's the red thread oracle, so that fits perfectly. It is reversible as they intended this deck to work, as they wanted this deck to work. There is a black border. It's on the front too. But with this deck, the borders don't disturb me too much. Even on this back, I think that black border makes it a little bit darker, a little bit mysterious, and it doesn't distract. So, but if it distracts you, you can easily trim it because the border is on the back and on the front, so that shouldn't be a problem. The card quality cardstock, it has a sheen to it. It isn't matte, but it's not very shiny or glossy. The thickness of the cards, it's very flexible, standard cardstock, I would say. So these are the cards. So as you can see, as I already said, the cards are numbered. We have the title of the card, the image, and a little keyword down there. And what's special about this deck, and what I like a lot, and what makes it unique is that there's actually a red thread, a red line in every card. And when you lay out the cards in a spread, maybe in a 6 or a 9 card spread, because they're readable like Lenormand or Kipper, you can oftentimes follow the connection the cards make with this red thread on every card. You will see this as I flip through the cards, and you can look at where the red thread is. So, the Wizard, our first card, Divine Intervention, Order Restored, a Prayer Answered, a card of Providence. Then we have the Thief. A conclusion reached, a burden removed, a fond farewell, a card of endings. So as you can see, you don't even need the card meanings on the guide cards, because you have a symbol and you can put your own meanings onto that, and you have even a keyword or an headline of these themes on the card itself. So it's very easy to read them, even if you don't learn the card meanings in the guide cards. And there is your red thread. Adam, a tempting offer, a decision made, a reward shared, a card of consequences. And there is your red thread. When I first looked at this, I was like, well, I don't know if this red thread on this card is very well placed, but it's funny, definitely. Eve, of course, we have Adam, so we need Eve. The truth revealed, an opportunity presents itself, a lesson learned, a card of inquiry. And here as well, they put it, definitely they knew what they did here with the red threads placement in the Adam and Eve cards. The onion, I think that is a very interesting symbol to choose of all those short, symbol heavy, keyword heavy, quick message decks. I don't think that I saw an onion in any one of those. But we have food in the pot, plenty, a gift, a good heart found in an unpromising place, and a card of sustenance. I think I like that. I like that symbol very well. You can do so much with that. Like an onion has layers upon layers um, on it, but it's very thin layers, but there's a lot of them. And when you cut it with the smell and the tear, you get tears in your eyes, it burns in your eyes. So I think you can make a lot of that symbol interpretation wise. Then we have the swallow. So a long awaited arrival, an improvement in circumstances, stability, and a card of continuity. Love that they chose a swallow from all the birds out there. The Vardo, a transition, troubles left behind, an open road, a card of passage. The twins, an unbreakable bond, a constant companion, a resource shared, a card of relationships. Love that symbol for relationships, for unbreakable bond. Love that symbolism and meaning right there. The peacock, material success, a glittering display, fame, fortune, and flattery, a card of exteriors. Well, that's a fitting meaning for this symbol. The wedding cake, a dream comes true, happy ever after, perfection attained, a card of ideals. Also love that symbol. You got you don't see that symbol much. Most often when it's going to relationships, love and marriage, there are the wedding rings. But I think with the wedding cake you can do so much more than with wedding rings. And I love the additional meanings. So a dream comes true. Love that. The owl, of course. In a witchery deck there must be an owl. Um, A card of wisdom, wise advice, confidence in a decision, a welcome message. Love that too. And I love that the owl actually sits on a skull here. And the red thread even goes through this skull. Then we have the cat and dog. So dog and cat lovers out there are both in this deck. Represented in this deck. So we have a skillful evasion, an advantage gained, an unlikely alliance, a card of competition. Where you have the competition aspect, like you see oftentimes, oh, cats and dogs don't like each other, but you can also read that as, yeah, an an unlikely alliance. So that fits perfectly. The Plum, a secret kept, an argument avoided, discretion rewarded, a card of restraint. Also very good, like in those shells, the pearl within the shell, and you can't see it until it opens up and presents itself, and it takes so long to make that. Yeah, that's the treasure within. Love that. Then we have the pearl. I talked about the pearl, now we have it. So a secret told, a birth, potential realized, card of emergence. So we have the closed shell and then we have the open shell with the pearl presented. So I love those this duality in there and those in this progress. Then we have the tinderbox. Inspiration, new ideas, and opportunities, a passionate affair, a card of beginnings. Nice idea there. Then we have the spectre, an echo from the past, a visitation, a long delayed family reunion, a card of recollection. Well, that's a little spooky, I must say. The shoe. The shoe, a journey, protection on a rocky path, trust earned, a card of utility. Well, the first thing that I thought of was the Cinderella story, I think it is, where she lost the shoe and the prince searches for the right person that fits into the shoe because they can't forget that person. Medusa, the Medusa hat. A shield against adversity, power taken from another, ill will deflected, a card of protection. That's interesting, like you have the Medusa head and then the card of protection. Well, mostly when Medusa is there, it gets a bad vibe most often, and I think it's not all of the story and all of the lessons you can learn with Medusa. So I love that they choose protection as the headline of this card. Then we have the finger post, a choice well made, an easy path, a safe journey, a card of direction, decision making. Love that. The campfire, a warm welcome, a cleansing rebirth, bonding, a card of community. Very much the case. I love and there's such a magic and positive energy like with those campfires. Like you light it and you sit around it, you talk, you laugh, you grow together actually. And those are the most awesome, most happy, and most evenings that you always will remember. So the campfire with community, perfect fit there. The broomstick, a fresh start, the past put away, a wedding, a card of clearance, definitely. The automaton, sorry if I butchered those names. I'm German speaking normally, and some of those words I'm not sure how they are pronounced. I try my best. A job well done, a reliable outcome, an untiring helpmate, a card of industry. Well, there's a lot you can do with that. No? Industry, um, just functioning and working, just do the things you need to do or are asked to do. That's a very good card there. The faithful friend, unconditional love, an uncritical companion, loyalty, a card of companionship. Well, the dog fits perfectly there. That's like the dog card in Lenormand a lot. The ladybird, a duty fulfilled, a timely warning, stubborn choice, a card of responsibilities. That's also interesting. Not the typical association and keyword for a ladybird. Maybe luck, no good fortune, and here you have responsibilities. The daisy, a passing pleasure, hope renewed, a lifting of spirits, a card of small things. Love that, a card of small things. There are so many small things out there that can make us happy and that have so much power over us and in the world, and we oftentimes overlook those because of our troubles in our heads. Um, Yeah, so I think that's very important to have a card like this. Then we have the conch, a message from the universe, a call to action, good news, a card of communication. Love that because there's the traditional saying when you have a shell like this and you hold it in your ear, you can hear the sea where it comes from. And there's a lot you can do with that. Messages from afar. The sea is water, so messages from water. Water is tied to emotions, messages from your heart, um, messages from inside you, because actually it is the blood rush that we can hear um, through this. So there's a lot you can do with that as well. Then we have the Plum Taurus, an occasion for finery, a leading role, a generous bequest, a card of transformation. The puppet. Of course, there must be a creepy puppet in a witchy deck. I hate creepy puppets. For many people, those puppets aren't creepy at all. There's a lot that who even collect those. But puppets for me have something creepy. I don't know why. It's like some hate clowns and find them creepy. I think puppets are one of the most creepiest things in the world. But we have selfless love, protection, nurture, a card of intent. Well, that fits perfectly for me. It's creepy. The gift. A God-given talent, heightened creativity, recognition, and reward, a card of mixed blessings. Mixed blessings is also a good thing. I love that combination, mixed blessings, or that phrase, because oftentimes with blessings and gift, there also comes ah, responsibility you have to take and duties. So it can be a gift, but it also can be a burden. It's on you. Then we have the rose and thorn, an understanding reached, an unlikely relationship, hope in adversity, a card of compromise. Love that I chose the rose and explicitly talk about the thorn in it as well, because that's half of the symbol with the rose for me is the beauty of the rose, but there are also thorns. So with beauty, oftentimes comes hurt and difficult times as well. Then we have the silver sixpence, money coming in, a hedge against uncertainty, happiness. A card of reward, so a success and money card, always needed. And the last card here, the red thread, of course, which was in every other of these cards, and now it has finally its own. The universe aligns, a destiny fulfilled, continuity, a card of connection. That fits very well because this one connects all the other cards as well. So, this was the card review. As always, in the end, what is the rating for this deck? Well, the package is just this bag right here, so there's not much you can vote when I compare that with other beautiful boxes with magnetic lids and matte finish and glitter and highlights and ribbon inside and inside um, phrases and everything. A bag can't really hold up to that. So I have to be fair. It's perfectly fine. I don't need a huge, perfectly made box every time. it does what it needs to do. It holds my cards and it fits in a very little space. So I love that too, but I need to be fair when I compare this to other decks and to other packages. So 3 out of 10. Then the guidebook, well, there is guide cards. It's with the other with it's like with every other Lenormand Kipper style deck. You don't need much more than some keywords. So you don't actually need a guidebook, but I can't give 10 out of 10 points because that's not really fair. Um, for another deck with a guidebook for a tarot, for example, with 200 pages. So 5 out of 10 because that's all you need with this deck, but it's not really a guidebook. The cards, 9 out of 10. I love the backings. I love the idea to use a red thread to connect all those cards, and it's amazing how much that helps or how much that changes readings when you see how the cards are connected through that, and when you can follow the red thread to through the reading and the layout. The keywords are good. Definitely, I love some of the keywords chosen. Not those diff not those everyday typical keywords that you have. There's good and neutral and challenging energy in there. You can make a lot out of the symbols that are chosen. So, and the symbols definitely fit the keywords given. So 9 out of 10. So overall, we have 17 out of 30 without the guidebook, 12 out of 20. So that was my review of the Red Thread Oracle by Richwood Oracle. I hope you liked it. I hope that was some kind of help for you. And I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.